Ambush alley. It's a meeting engagement. A convoy of American trucks and armored vehicles were being sent to Pleiku, nearly 100 miles away. If Charlie was not hiding along the way, it was a 12-hour trip. The truckers, donning flak jackets and steel pots, wondered just what was waiting for them along Ambush Alley. Ah, fine, we'll walk into ambushes. Uh, wasn't this supposed to be a meeting engagement though? I mean, we control the flags here. We need to move on to something, or do we need to hold on to these? We need to hold on to these. We're surrounded by mines, so it's at least saying don't wander off from the road too much unless you want to risk losing it all. Artillery-wise, we have a Pokey and Sarah Ann, which I have no idea what that means. It's cannons and rockets, which is worthless, and it's cannons and rockets, which is worthless. This is worthless because there are no targets worth shooting at with these type of weapons. So, and if I call it here, it's much more likely that I'll shoot accidentally something that I own. Huge amount of troops. 2 helicopters. Probably gunships. Yeah, machine guns, rocket pods, these are the ones. Vehicles have a massive amount of anti-infantry weaponry. Problem is, the trucks just need to be shot at and they'll get destroyed. So really, okay, I'm sort of just confused. I expected to have to push forward, but no. Need infantry out immediately, otherwise they'll die with the trucks. I'd rather lose infantry than trucks. It's a huge amount of casualties that can have an immediate effect. Okay, we don't have that many infantry, in fact. It's mostly vehicle versus an infantry ambush, apparently. So the problem is I can't spot all of the enemies like this. So more or less we're just gonna have to sit tight while they shoot at us. Yeah, we have like 3 infantry squads. Tank rifles. Okay. I don't think they can just punch the armor at this distance. So I feel this is a safe unit to start shooting with. Something to suppress the enemy so the infantry... actually the infantry might be better off not doing anything. Holy shit, they had an actual anti-air gun there. Did not see that coming. Yeah, that's a problem for the gunships though, isn't it? We'll have to be somewhat careful how we're going to start dismantling this, because this is not going to be the only AA gun they have. Oh shit. The heavy machine guns have enough penetrating power to destroy them. Holy shit. And okay. Revealed a lot of things. Tank rifle. and shoot it. I can't let these get away. Ah, shit, there's a sniper. Sapper. And we can't do anything anymore. Excellent. One-man sapper squads. Haven't seen that. Okay. So how are we gonna handle this? Shoot with everything we can, hope for the best, I guess. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a bit risky. Might be able to take down the anti-tank gun with a heli gunship. Right, this gives me freedom to use the APCs here to suppress the heavy machine guns. Which is a bit risky though. Sapper, seriously? Okay, that's a big problem. It's sort of a problem how we're going to start unwinding this. Heavy machine guns are the biggest problem as far as I can see. Sappers aren't exactly a positive thing either. And you couldn't even kill a single guy. Excellent. Four targets. The AA gun is by far the most dangerous threat though. That's something, no matter what happens, I have to deal with somehow. There aren't that many units that can deal with it. At the same time, if I ignore the heavy machine guns, I'm going to be losing a lot of units. I need at least retreating enemy units. Horrible shooting. We could send one of the gunships to attack it. And I don't think that's a horrible idea. I doubt they have a huge amount of anti-air guns. It's not a casual purchase. We need it gone though. As long as there are these AA guns, the gunships are in grave danger. Right. We're not exactly doing well, I'd say, but we are whittling down the threats. Long minute, but whatever. What are the threats you can see? Shit. Ooh. That's enemy command group. Ooh, that's bad. There's an enemy group in that forest. But the VC command group is the biggest target. Shit. I don't really have the units that can suppress it anymore. Well, I suppose I might get lucky. It's worth trying. I mean, if we can get rid of it, it's... Ooh, that's bad, that's recoilless. Yeah, oh, anti-tank rifle. Shit. Another group that I can't see. There it is. Anti-tank rifle's bigger threat, also should not have shot like this. Because it's already fired at us once. Shit. Oh, the trucks have machine guns too. At least some of them. Noticed it earlier. Not... yeah, they're gun trucks. Fair enough. Shit. The infantry squad is a little bit more dangerous than a gun truck, though. Still gotta do something. We could try to go after this anti-tank rifle guy, or... fuck. Go forward, hope for the best. More gun trucks. Not great targets to shoot at. Retreating. Nice, but not great. The problem is they're without a doubt going to group enough that they can start causing me trouble. Okay, at least one enemy actually did. Another one. Right, this is in a fairly good position. I'm not too worried about the anti-tank rifle guy. I mean, anything will do with strong control. Oh shit, there's a AA gun. Where is it? Okay, seeing that is a fairly important piece of information. There are not going to be all that many of those. We do have a few aircraft though. I think this would be a fairly good place to try to launch them. The AA gun is a big problem. Maybe the command group too. No, but the A gun is really a big problem. And that guy isn't going anywhere. Okay, we'll hope that the aircraft actually does something. Where are we coming from? Fairly straightforward attack runs. This is gonna be ugly, but not much I can do. So we took down one AA gun, couple anti-tank capable units. So their capabilities of taking me down will be reduced to almost nothing in the first few turns. So it's not horrible either. I'm much more worried about the infantry. Yeah, because they have capabilities of destroying vehicles, and I have really nothing to spot them. So the casualties are going to be enormous. Every shot you kill, so the morale is going to be collapsing. It depends on luck how we're going to do this now, or can we do it? I think the best solution would have been more or less to just let they are routed thoroughly. Let them not shoot all that much, because that way we would have had some reaction fire. Now we're so suppressed that we can't do anything anymore. Yeah, even if their retreating units are not really retreating. Okay, we have a gun truck that can do something. What do we really want it to do, though? Press, suppress, suppress, hope for the best. Escort Jeep. The anti-tank rifle squad is going to be a problem. It's returning. So I knew it would. Yeah, the suppression is, rallying is not really working now. We have a couple of units that are fairly good, but we are in big trouble. I need to get off the road now. I basically can't see anything well on it. Okay, are we gonna go after the anti-tank rifles guy? Helicopter would probably do a better job taking care of it. Holy shit. You fired at Oh yeah, we do have these tanks. Oh, it's not coming back, right. And we're retreating. Shit. I'll move the helicopters last, which is now. I think we should try to secure the HQ vehicle. Right, we could try to go after... probably disable that infantry squad. I think that might be the best thing we can do reasonably. And it's gone. Right, I don't see any immediate threats that could threaten the helicopters. We have a couple of vehicles that are still in operational conditions. A lot of them are retreating. I mean, if they don't get wiped out while retreating now, I think we'll in a fairly good position because we've revealed so many enemies. Well, I didn't destroy the gun, but it's in a bad position. It's been damaged and it's in a hex that's on fire, so it's pretty much impossible to effectively use anymore. They use a vehicle to take that. No, I just had a vehicle there. Things are looking already a little bit better. We're getting some functionality back in the team. We might lose another flag though. We'll never lose this one. However, if we can only keep that, that's a loss for us. In that sense, it doesn't matter. We need to do better. Still, we don't exactly have a huge amount of troops here. We can go into the swamp, which is a terrible idea, or stay here where we can't see shit, which is a terrible idea. I think I'll just keep our command unit here, waiting at the rear a little bit. Trying to get control of the rest. Without basically the truck casualties, we could have fairly easily repelled what I've been seeing coming our way. It just, once you get so many casualties, there's not really a good way to come out of that. Heavy machine gun got us. So extra troops in many ways are just a hindrance to you. Okay, at least this one is in fairly good operating condition. You can see something. Ooh, heavy mortars. Ah, crap. We're destroying the truck. Seriously, you can't shoot at anyone? Ah, this is no good. Also, we don't know how to rally, apparently. That is not working for us this day. Still, we do still have our tanks. So, I think we have a fairly good chance of retaking a lot of the things we've lost. Just need this to be actually capable of doing something. We have 2 shots, retreating or routed. Actually, don't shoot at either. We'll have a few rockets, but not that many shots. We could try to take down the heavy machine gun. Right, they abandoned the gun. Excellent. I think we should try to take that. We might be able to surprise it. Yeah, it's gone. And you're gone too. And I think I'll stay here and try to take down the heavy mortars. They've already destroyed our vehicle. I'd rather go for kills than weakening some weak units. Okay. We still send these after some targets. HQ unit has moved. I don't. Why am I firing there? I'll move it on the flak. We know there has to be someone there. I'm not sure what to do with the other one. The enemy is just too close, really. I suppose we know that there's something on this hill, so we try to aim at that. Better than nothing. I don't even spot anything. Yeah, our infantry is gonna be totally annihilated. The 2-3 units we had though, so not that big of a deal. Still, they do have anti-tank warheads, so it's not a trivial thing. Shit. Got lucky there. Okay. What exactly do we want to do? Let's look at the tanks first. No. What do you see? Annihilate them. We can't get away from fighting against these for a couple of turns. We are not in a position to just blindly push forward. We'll end up just losing the few vehicles we have. Okay, we have another tank in fairly good condition. Very close to 100% chance to hit. Yeah. They're gonna have some kind of return fire though. Nope. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Go after mortars or after these? Just do something. Mortars aren't exactly not a threat to me either, so if I ignore them, they might end up... They actually have the fire particles being That's the main problem, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can harass these. I doubt. Ooh, too strong target. Yeah, the first squad definitely can fire at me, which is no good. We will run out of... No, we won't run out of ammunition. There aren't enough turns left. Do we want to move somewhere? It's a bit risky to go again with the command unit. I don't think that's worth trouble. Here we will provide the rallying bonuses to the nearby units. Right, we can't effectively really make a push forward with the amount of suppression we have. We can more or less hold still and shoot a little bit, but that's not exactly all that impressive. Yeah, we're mostly retreating. Still, not with everything. Right. We're not exactly in a position to aggressively push forward, but we are pushing them. Right. What the hell am I gonna do with that? I don't really dare to move. It's in a way too good of a condition, with way too many units inside the squad, so it can cause a huge amount of trouble for me. I think we'll just have to let it come to us and see what happens. It's not without its problems, but I don't see what else I can do. I just don't have the firepower to do anything. You could go somewhere else. Somewhere else. I think we're at a position where the battle lines are not going to be moving at this point anymore. 3D at least. But this is not good. It's not good for us. I'll send the aircraft to harass these. It's a waste of a gunship to have it here. We don't have the time for this. Gunship can do a lot more useful stuff. We will have to rush through smoke to get at sappers at close range. This is the preferred thing I want to do usually, so that's not a good thing. A lot of units can't even move. Shit. Failed assault is catastrophe. They cannot do anything anymore. It's about 15 suppression and 0 shots. Still, they didn't really suffer all that much because of it either. So we're not in any position to make all that many gains as a consequence of that. Hey, Mr. Gun Truck is able to move. Uh, it would be the last unit I want to move next to these guys, though. Something else has to go in first. A buttoned escort that can't move. Escort that can move, but can't do all that much. Also, it's a waste to shoot at routed units. We have other, more pressing businesses and targets. Like the gigantic sapper squad that was here just a second ago. Jeep might be the cheapest option I have here to locate it. The tanks are going to be much more costly. Yeah, this is bad. I have to go in there, but they're in a very good position to take me on. Single shots. Here we go. Don't think I can really do much. The infantry's, yeah, the helicopters might be able to whip these guys a little bit. But I don't think even they have enough firepower to make much of a difference. There's too many squads that I need to whip a little bit further. It's a ready squad. It's in a terrible location though. Okay, routed retreating. I need an attack on that infantry squad. Oh, that's the VC command group. That's a much better target. Still just pinned, but still. I don't know. We can definitely keep one flag, but can't get all three. We might be able to get the second one back. It's firing at nonsense. Oh shit. Okay, that went very well. Okay, let's not move with the command vehicle first. We have a single infantry squad ready for action. That can't really contribute anything though. Button can't see anything. Oh, Button can still move though. So let's not be hasty here. This could be a fairly good unit to get something done still. Sort of similar with the trucks, actually. I doubt that. We just can't shoot at relevant targets, really. Helicopter gunship is probably the best bet to try to soften the infantry groups we have to move through. I don't really see anything else we could do. If we try to drive a vehicle there, it's likely to end up in an absolute disaster. Sort of same with the Jeep though. Why not just go for capture instead of shooting at something? Weapon isn't meant for that. Ah, what about you? Might be able to do something? Can't quite get to the correct place. Still, get close enough. It's a bit risky, but whether we achieve something now or we might need to abandon everything. No. Doubt we can hold on to this, but at least this will force them to try to do something. Which means we should also try to keep these. You, command group. Suppress it. There we go. Properly suppress it. Yes, it's relevant. Ah, shit. Well, this will help a little bit. Not much though. Gives me a better idea what exactly we need to still achieve if we want to keep the flags. I don't think all that much, really. They have a lot of troops, but they're not in a position to make assaults on the flags. They might be able to shoot a little bit, cause me trouble, but that's the worst of it, I think. Ooh, anti-tank gun. What do you see? Crap. And try to take down their command group. I think that's maybe the most sensible thing I can do, because it would have an effect on their overall morale, and that's pretty much the only thing that I can see that would have any kind of real effect. Yeah, it's more or less just thoroughly routed though, it's not in any real bad position. It doesn't even anyone have shots left. 12 escorts. Anti-tank rifles tempting target. Another escort. Yeah, I don't quite have the firepower to finish this, but we weren't too far away from it. And we're now, I think we're in a better position to end this bit of victory than the North Vietnamese army is. Yeah. Um, I guess the soft vehicles weren't worth all that much. I got a my losses were vastly worse, I think. But at the same time, they were trucks. I still feel the score is not. It's basically from the flags, I guess, because casualty-wise, I don't think they did all that badly by any means. Because they did get a couple of APCs and even tanks. No, they didn't get the tanks, but they got a good amount of what are the AFV losses? There probably is sort of some sort of APCs. Yeah, a couple of APCs and trucks. I don't see this what how the score difference is justified unless the score comes mainly from controlling the flags. I don't know if that's warranted. I lost all my infantry, a couple of APCs, so I have maybe moderate losses at least. However, at the same time, they pretty much lost everything too. They got nothing. Sometimes it feels these kind of end results get to marginal victory or lost territory, or even draws. So I don't feel that score difference is. I don't understand where it comes from. I did not destroy enough gear to warrant that kind of a score difference. So I don't know. I don't know. It has to be the flags. Has to be the flags.